So, told you my non-smoking issue. Little tip cigars, cheap little fuckers. That's what I smoke a few of a day. I don't know. I don't know if I'm better off or not. I've gotten away from the cigarettes pretty much completely. But I still got my little cigars, so I don't know how to feel about that specifically. Just 1 second. Outside cat can go outside. Anyhow, we don't smoke in the house at all anymore. So I'm out in the hoopty. Mostly because it's comfy. Coffee, camera, smoke for the morning. Alright, so I actually shot this once and I was just completely dissatisfied with it. Here you go. My personal existence, my personal life has been very seamless lately. Very mellow, very nice. I've enjoyed my existence the last week. This weekend fucking sucks. Why? Because my kids aren't here. But in all, it's not. It's part of the routine. We should be used to this by now. I don't even know why I'm shooting Sunday morning coffee. I should just fucking get this profile fucking shot. One of these, and shut the camera off. It's how the last couple weeks have gone. Like I said, it's been drama less over the last week. People are trickling in, paying down some of their debt to the shop, all their debt to the shop. You know, it varies. On that personal note, what I am fucking sick of, what I've taken great pains lately to not do, and have only committed the atrocity worse, is to rob Peter to pay Paul. As the old colloquialism would go. Sick of it. We're getting in a position where where we're climbing the hill. We're at the bottom of the hill. Not all the way in the hole, but not all the way down, but you know, we fucking slid quite a ways. Just trying not to fucking close up and move away, move on. At this point, I don't have that option. I got too many responsibilities to customers. Outside cats, gotta love them. So, what pisses me off, what I'm looking around and seeing, what really infuriates me is... Alright, we'll open with, I'm a pasty white kid from the burbs, okay? It's where I was raised, it's how I was raised. But I wasn't raised with that drilled in my head as some kind of stamp of social superiority or anything else. And I'm seeing a lot of people, very intelligent, good friends of mine from different social backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, so forth, going on and on and on and on and on about events taking place here in the States. First of all, the events are bullshit. It's horseshit and shouldn't be allowed to continue. We are entering into a police state more and more every day. But I got very intelligent friends and very intelligent... Oh, pardon me, that was a burp. Very intelligent people that I know that are turning it into a new... I can't even believe the fucking words are coming out of my mouth, but ethnicity issue. Let me get something very straight here. There are problems. There will always be problems. If you have a physical difference between two human beings, if you fill the fucking room full of beautiful chocolatey people, and I'm probably offensive to someone, I'm sorry. they're going to find reasons to dislike each other, because these people have curly hair, these people don't. You fill a room full of pasty white folk like me, they're going to find reasons to hate each other. He's got brown eyes, he's got green eyes. I don't know what it is. No matter how similar a group may be, they're going to find reasons to hate each other on physical aspects. You got to remember, humans are animals. Not always the most logical. We are not rational beings. We are rationalizing beings. We can rationalize anything. But it's being turned into this ethnic issue, and I really, looking around, I really don't think by and by it's an ethnic issue. I think it's a fucking state versus you issue more than anything. The people that are getting injured, the people that are getting killed, protesters, so forth, come from very specific socioeconomic groups. Socioeconomic groups me and most of you folks, I believe, rest in. The police force in America has somehow segregated themselves from the rest of society. They believe there's some kind of elite grouping. Not all of them. You have some really good people out there just doing their job. But with anything, you get them clumped in with the rest of the bad seeds, they're going to behave in a similar fashion. It's mob mentality. People lose their individual free thought. That bothers me. That really pains me. I go through great paces with my children. They don't use descriptors for people by ethnicity. They explain the individual and the character rather than where their ancestry hails. So I've rambled on that for a while. And then the new one, oh, this is fucking amazing. Ebola. What do y'all think of that? I think we're headed for one hell of a shit sandwich. I don't think it's going to be good for any of us. In my paranoid delusional mind, I've been stating we're looking at some manner of depopulation event in the near future. Could this be it? Am I just a paranoid freak? I kind of am, a little bit, yeah. I'm not a crazy, prepper or anything like that. But I try to keep a larder full that can get us by a while until we can figure shit out if something goes wrong. That's mostly from being poor. When we've got the means, we stock up. When we don't, we use what we stocked up. That's just from being poor, not from being some kind of prepper. I think that's going to be an issue. I think it's going to be the next issue. It's growing. Oh, goodness. All right, so let's see. From there, many countries are disallowing travel to and from these affected areas. We're not. Just fly them right in. Welcome home, motherfuckers. And I don't understand that. That's in a nutshell. There you go. There's politics from me for the day. The penny for the thoughts there. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? I'm a weird bastard and I know it. So there you go. Shop-wise, cranking away. Got that Chevelle, 68 Chevelle at a point. I can shove it back outside under a tarp. We get paid up for this segment of work, then we move on to the next segment of work. I got video to put up. It's actually on the edit board. I'm going to have to save that particular file to throw this on. I gotta go roof part of my garage. It was fire damaged. Yeah, it's been that long, and I'm just now getting around to it. When You can't afford a fucking 2x4, and I need half a dozen of them. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna start that today. I got some tarps if I can't, if it's too rainy, whatever. But I'm gonna start stripping it back and see where I'm at, so I can seal it up and get it weather tight. What else? What else? Not a whole lot. Things are moving along. I think we're involving ourselves in a good group of people as far as the shop goes. We're turning away the work that doesn't make sense to do. Not that we don't want to do favors for people, but we can't cost ourselves money to do favors for people. Does that make sense? We're here attempting to live out the capitalist dream. We'll see how that works. This is year 3. As I stated before, I was early September when I did my first little bit of flipping. I moved to this property. I hand grenaded my life, and I was sleeping on my mother's couch, going through a divorce, coming off of a DUI, failing out of college. Walked away from my service station, left it in good hands with a friend of mine who took it over and just ran with it until things happened with the property owner that were disagreeable. I managed a couple of house flips for an old client, which put me in enough money to move here, buy a few things. I bought a little Lumina, did a quick little patch and go, and sold it. Didn't do real great on it, but, Then I had the customer, the buyer, purchaser, a month later call back bitching that the head gasket had blown. It was a month later. Maybe more. I don't even remember. That was the first thing I ever really did any amount of work on, and all that was the pack and paint. It wasn't a good job. It was just to get it down the road looking decent. Sold my first body paint job. It was on a 2005 Honda Civic Sideswipe. And the rest, as they would say, is history. A good man by the name of Don McFarland let me do a quick scrub and shoot type of little bit of straightening on a 65 Mustang. And that was the first restoration. We moved out of here a little over a year ago. It's my story in a nutshell. And that's nothing more than a point of, if the why is important enough, the how doesn't matter. That's not because I'm a great person. It's not because I'm great at what I do. I've become good at what I do. And I know I'm good at what I do. That's not being egotistical or anything else. I know I'm good at what I do because I've put my all into it. I help out folks when I'm able. Past that, that's all there is. Still the starving artist syndrome over here. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna peel off some shingles. I'm gonna mow my mom's lawn. I'm gonna go take care of some shit today. You folks have a good one. I'll get back at ya. Yeah. Life's good. Life's what you make of it, though. And I make it good. It's simple. Fuck, I heat my house off of wood. There you go. That big pile, there's my dart. That big pile of wood, and you can see the stack behind it. Log splitter next to it. That's out front of the old shop. That's how I heat my house. That little garage has damage on the other side of the roof. I don't have a terribly impressive place I live, but it's my home. I like it. Go out and do something fabulous. Do something you're passionate about. Reignite that in your life. It's important. Important to have passions. Read. Enjoy the arts. Do something with your hands. Create something.